Welcome to American English Dialogues Podcast, the podcast that helps you learn real, everyday English the way it's actually spoken in the United States. I'm your host, and every episode, we're going to listen to, study, and practice natural conversations between real people in real situations, at work, at school, at the store, at the doctor's office, and everywhere in between. Here's the truth about learning a language: you learn it by hearing it, repeating it, and using it. Not just by memorizing grammar rules. That's why this podcast is built around dialogues, short, powerful conversations that teach you vocabulary, pronunciation, tone, and culture all at the same time. Whether you're a beginner just starting your English journey, or an intermediate learner looking to sound more natural and confident, this podcast is for you. So get comfortable. Grab a notebook if you like. And get ready to listen, learn, and speak. This is American English Dialogues Podcast. Let's begin.
Professional workplace dialogues. Key vocabulary. Professionalism. The combination of skills, behavior, and attitude expected in a workplace, including respectful and effective communication. Her professionalism shone through in every meeting. She listened carefully and spoke with clarity and tact. Feedback. Information or evaluation given to a person about their performance or work to help them improve. The manager gave constructive feedback after the presentation, suggesting ways to make the data clearer. Agenda. A list of topics or tasks to be discussed or completed during a meeting. To keep the meeting on track, James sent out a clear agenda the night before. Constructive. Intended to be helpful and improve a situation, especially when offering criticism. Constructive dialogue between colleagues leads to better solutions than blame or argument. Collaborate. To work jointly with others toward a shared goal, combining strengths and ideas. The team met weekly to collaborate on the new marketing strategy, sharing updates and challenges openly. Article. The American workplace is a complex social environment governed by unwritten rules of communication that can be as challenging to navigate as any grammar system. For immigrant workers and English language learners, workplace dialogue is often both the greatest challenge and the most important skill to master. Getting it right can mean the difference between being overlooked and being promoted. American workplace communication tends to value directness, brevity, and positivity. Unlike some business cultures that prefer indirect suggestion or hierarchical deference, American professionals are generally expected to state ideas clearly, offer opinions confidently, and accept feedback without taking it personally. A manager who says, "I think we can tighten up this report," is offering constructive feedback, not a personal attack, and understanding this tone saves enormous professional anxiety. Meetings are a central arena for workplace dialogue, and they follow distinct conventions. There is typically an agenda. Participants are expected to stay on topic. Interruptions, when they occur, are usually polite and brief, and the meeting leader is responsible for managing time and drawing out quieter participants. Knowing how to contribute meaningfully during meetings, not dominating, but not disappearing either, is a key professional dialogue skill. Email and virtual communication have also transformed workplace dialogue. While face-to-face exchanges remain important, a large portion of professional communication now happens in writing. The ability to write clear, appropriately formal emails and to engage effectively in virtual meetings on platforms like Zoom is increasingly essential for career success. Navigating performance reviews, conflict resolution conversations, and salary negotiations requires a higher level of dialogue sophistication, the ability to advocate for oneself clearly and professionally while maintaining positive relationships. These dialogue skills, practiced over time, are what distinguish merely competent employees from outstanding communicators. Dialogue. Team meeting discussion. Manager, Sarah. Good morning, everyone. Let's get started. First agenda item, project timeline. Kevin, can you give us an update? Kevin. Sure. We're on track for the first milestone, but we've hit a small delay in the data analysis phase. I think we'll need 2 extra days. Sarah. Thanks for the transparency, Kevin. Can the team collaborate to cover that gap, or do we need to adjust the deadline? May. I can take on part of the analysis if Kevin shares the data by Thursday. That should keep us on schedule. Kevin. That would be a huge help, May. I can have it ready by Thursday morning. Sarah. Perfect. I appreciate the constructive problem solving. Before we move on, does anyone have feedback on last week's client call? James. The first thought it went well overall. One thing I'd suggest for next time is sending the agenda 24 hours ahead. The client seemed a little surprised by some topics. Sarah. That's excellent feedback, James. I'll make that a standard practice going forward. Anything else before we close this item? May. I think we're good. Just want to say this team has been great to collaborate with on this project. Sarah. Agreed. Let's keep that energy going. Moving on to item 2. Learning tips. 5 learning tips. 1. Always review the meeting agenda beforehand so you can prepare thoughtful, relevant contributions. 2. Use hedging language like I think or one suggestion might be to soften feedback and maintain a collaborative tone. 3. Practice concise professional summaries. State the main point first, then provide supporting details. 4. When receiving feedback, respond with, "Thank you, I'll work on that," rather than defending yourself immediately. 5. Learn professional email formulas, opening pleasantry, clear purpose statement, action request, and polite closing.
And that's our episode for today. Great work staying with us all the way to the end. That takes focus, and focus is how real learning happens. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who is also learning English. And if you have a question, a word you didn't understand, or a topic you'd like us to cover in a future episode, we want to hear from you. Remember, learning a language is not a race. It's a journey. And every single episode you listen to, every dialogue you study, every new word you use, that's a step forward. You are making progress. Keep going. This has been American English Dialogues Podcast. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you, or rather, we'll talk to you, in the next episode. Until then, keep listening, keep practicing, and keep speaking. Goodbye for now.